The Formula One driver market is already heating up, and the rumours swirling around the paddock right now are absolutely wild. We are not just talking about a few midfield changes or a rookie getting a chance. We are looking at a potential earthquake that could reshape the entire grid for the next few years. The decisions made in the coming months will define the future of the sport. So, let us break down exactly what is happening behind the scenes, driver by driver, and look at the most realistic scenarios for the future. We have to start with the biggest domino on the board, Max Verstappen. The reigning world champion has made it very clear that he is not enjoying Formula One right now. He is deeply unhappy with the new regulations, and he has openly hinted that he might just walk away from the sport entirely. This is not just empty talk. Verstappen has an exit clause in his Red Bull contract, and the recent news that his race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase is moving to McLaren has only added fuel to the fire. Verstappen once said he would quit if Lambiase ever left. So, what are his realistic options? The most extreme scenario is that he actually retires or takes a sabbatical. But if he stays, a move to McLaren is suddenly looking like a very real possibility, especially with Lambiase heading there. Mercedes is always mentioned as an option, but that seems less likely right now. And while Ferrari is the dream for many drivers, Verstappen has always been sceptical about the Italian team. The reality is, whatever Verstappen decides to do will trigger a massive chain reaction across the entire grid. Then we have Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari. Things have not started the way he hoped, but there is a twist. While he struggled initially, he seems to have found his spark again in 2026. He is driving seriously well right now. He is still slightly behind Charles Leclerc in terms of raw pace, but the gap is incredibly small. It is clear that Hamilton is not done yet. His contract runs until the end of the season, but there are already whispers about what happens next. If Hamilton decides to call it a day, Ferrari will need a replacement. And if Verstappen is available, you can bet Ferrari will make a move. But they also have a long-term plan in place, which we will get to in a moment. Speaking of Ferrari, Charles Leclerc is the undisputed team leader right now. He is performing brilliantly and looks completely at home. While there are always rumours in Formula One, the reality is that Leclerc is deeply loyal to Ferrari. He wants to win a championship in red, and it is highly unlikely that he will leave the team anytime soon. He is the foundation that Ferrari is building their future around. Over at Mercedes, the situation is fascinating. Kimi Antonelli is the new golden boy. He is leading the championship, winning races, and proving that he is the real deal. His position at Mercedes looks incredibly secure. He is their long-term future. But what about George Russell? He is currently second in the championship, but insiders suggest he is feeling the immense pressure of a title fight. His contract is solid, but if a generational talent like Verstappen suddenly becomes available, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff would have a very difficult decision to make. Russell could be the one who gets sacrificed to make room for Verstappen. McLaren is in a very strong position, but they also have a potential headache. Lando Norris is locked in with a long-term contract. He is the established star of the team, and his seat is completely safe. Oscar Piastri also has a long-term deal, but there are rumours of tension between him and McLaren CEO Zak Brown. If Verstappen decides he wants to join McLaren to reunite with Lambiase, Piastri is the driver most likely to lose his seat. Former driver Ralf Schumacher has even suggested that Red Bull might try to sign Piastri if Verstappen leaves. It is a complex situation, but McLaren has the luxury of choice right now. Fernando Alonso is another massive question mark. His contract with Aston Martin is coming to an end, and the team is having a disastrous season. They are struggling at the back of the grid, and Alonso has made it clear he does not want to end his career on a sour note. He is reportedly willing to sign a new contract to help the team rebuild. But if things do not improve soon, he might just walk away. He still dreams of winning the Dakar Rally and the Indy 500, so he has plenty of options outside of Formula One. Now let us look at the younger generation. Ollie Bearman is doing a fantastic job at Haas. He is widely considered to be Ferrari's driver of the future. Haas team boss Ayao Komatsu wants to keep him for as long as possible, but if Hamilton retires, Bearman is the obvious choice to step up to the factory team. Yuki Tsunoda is in an interesting spot. He was demoted to a reserve role at Red Bull this year, but he is still highly rated. There are strong rumours linking him to Haas, especially because of their new partnership with Toyota. If Bearman moves to Ferrari, Tsunoda would be a perfect fit for Haas at Red Bull. Isack Hadjar has made a strong start and looks secure in his seat. If Verstappen leaves, Hadjar will likely stay and become the team leader. And who would replace Verstappen? The most likely candidate from within the Red Bull system is Arvid Lindblad. The 18-year-old rookie scored points on his debut and is highly rated by the team. Another option is Nicolas Solov, who is currently leading the Formula 2 Championship and is next in line for a promotion. Finally, we have to mention Franco Colapinto at Alpine. He is under massive pressure right now. His qualifying performances have been poor, and Alpine boss Flavio Briatore is known for being ruthless with underperforming drivers. If Colapinto loses his seat, Alex Albon is widely considered to be the favourite to replace him. The driver market is a giant puzzle right now. We do not have all the answers yet, but the pieces are starting to move. The decisions made by Verstappen, Hamilton and Alonso will dictate what happens to everyone else. It is going to be a fascinating few months as we wait to see how this all plays out. But let us dive a little deeper into the implications of these potential moves. If Verstappen does decide to leave Red Bull, the impact on the team would be catastrophic. They have built their entire operation around him for the last decade. Losing him would not just be losing a driver, it would be losing their identity. The pressure on Isack Hadjar to step up and lead the team would be immense. And if they bring in a rookie like Lindblad or Solov, they would be fielding one of the most inexperienced lineups on the grid. It would be a massive gamble for a team that is used to fighting for championships. On the other hand, if Verstappen goes to McLaren, the dynamic between him and Lando Norris would be explosive. They are good friends off the track, but putting two alpha drivers in the same team rarely ends well. We have seen it before with Hamilton and Rosberg, or Senna and Prost. McLaren would have to manage that relationship very carefully to avoid tearing the team apart from the inside. And what happens to Piastri in that scenario? He is too good to be sitting on the sidelines. A move to Red Bull or even Mercedes could be on the cards for him. And what about Mercedes? If they do manage to sign Verstappen, pairing him with Kimi Antonelli would be a dream scenario for Toto Wolff. You would have the established superstar and the rising prodigy in the same garage. But again, it would mean sacrificing George Russell, a driver they have invested heavily in for years. It shows just how ruthless Formula One can be. Loyalty only goes so far when a generational talent becomes available. The situation at Ferrari is equally intriguing. If Hamilton does retire, bringing in Ollie Bearman would be a bold move. He has shown incredible potential, but driving for Ferrari comes with a unique kind of pressure. The Italian media is unforgiving and the expectations are always sky high. Pairing a young driver like Bearman with an established star like Leclerc could work, but it would be a steep learning curve for the young Brit. And let us not forget about the midfield teams. The decisions made at the top will have a trickle-down effect on everyone else. If Tsunoda goes to Haas, it would be a huge boost for the American team. He brings speed, experience, and the backing of Honda and Toyota. And if Albon replaces Colapinto at Alpine, it would give the French team a much-needed injection of talent and stability. The reality is that the driver market is more volatile now than it has been in years. The new regulations in 2026 have completely changed the landscape, and drivers are looking for the best possible seat to secure their future. The next few months are going to be crucial. Every race, every qualifying session and every rumour will be analysed and dissected. The silly season is well and truly underway, and it is only going to get crazier from here. What do you think is the most likely scenario? Will Verstappen actually leave Red Bull? And if he does, who will replace him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and do not forget to subscribe for more Formula One updates.